comfortable seat, Sukhasana, easy pose. So maybe today I'd invite you to, say for example already in seated pose, just recross the legs the other way. So we always come into our most natural seat. So sometimes bringing about a little bit of change is good. And also it starts to switch on different areas of the body. If you're really uncomfortable for any reason, swapping it around, then obviously you always come back to the most comfortable position to you. And then when you're ready, go through your little checks, your little ritual of settling down, whether that's moving the flesh in the seat bone, wiggling the legs, the arms, removing stray hairs, adjusting those clothes, so that when you come to that nice, relaxed state, you don't need to fidget, you don't need to wiggle, and you are relaxed. Lovely. We're going to take a lovely deep inhale together. Feel that lovely cool breath through the nostrils. And as you exhale, pull the belly to the spine, close down the eyes, and start to drop the shoulders away from the ear. Really tug them down. Pull the elbows towards the floor. Notice those hands on those legs. And when that next natural inhalation comes, feel the body lifting. Feel the breath flooding down the throat into the chest. And feel the body rise. As you exhale, pull the belly into the spine, tuck the tailbone under. Inhaling, lengthening up through the spine. Stacking that spine, head over heart, heart over pelvis. And as you exhale again, belly to spine, and release through those hips. Maybe melt those glutes into the mat. And soften and release. Inhaling, filling the chest, the lungs, maybe the belly, pushing that belly out. And as you exhale, belly to spine, release. Maybe feel those knees a little bit heavier, falling towards the floor. Grounding down the lower part of the body into the mat. Inhaling, lengthening up through the spine. Notice the spine, the vertebrae lengthening. Working your way all the way up through the spine to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, releasing the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the shoulder blades slide down the back. Just noticing that gentle rise and fall, inhaling, lifting. Maybe noticing the lift up through the front body on the inhalation. And as you exhale, feel that loop down the back body, shoulders, shoulder blades, tailbone, releasing lower body into the mat. So just use your breath in your own time, trying to increase the duration of the inhalations and the exhalations. Each time on that exhalation, try and soften a little bit more. If you're noticing any tightness in the body, for example, tight glute, maybe one of your hips is a little bit tighter, just using your exhale to direct your attention to that area to release and soften and let go. In your own time, use that breath. And it may be because you've recrossed your legs into the unnatural position, that you're feeling a little bit tightness here, maybe down one of the hamstrings. But just notice and use that breath here. And also notice the breath, maybe that is increasing in the duration. 2 more full breaths like this in your own time. Really notice that lovely breath coming in. Maybe you've got a window open, you can feel a little bit of cool breeze. Maybe as you're slowing everything down with your body, you're more aware. Maybe with the eyes closed, it makes you more conscious of the noises and the smells and the sounds around you. then just return to the natural breath. Don't control it, just release it. Noticing how you're feeling here with the body. Inhale, sweep the palms to the sky, lifting high, chin and chest high, joining prayer in the sky. Inhale here as you exhale, bring those palms to the third eye, so the thumbs to the third eye. Lift the chest up high to the sky, tuck the tailbone under and send those shoulders and shoulder blades away from them towards the mat. Inhale here as you exhale, dip your chin to your chest so you start to bow and slide those thumbs down towards the sternum. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the neck, dropping the shoulders away from the ears a little bit more. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale here as you exhale. Bring the chin a little bit closer to the chest. Feel that stretch in the neck. And just using your gentle natural breath to maybe find some areas in that neck that you can feel the stretch, maybe tugging those elbows towards the floor. And as you're doing so, maybe you'd like to set an intention for today. Maybe there's something on your mind or something you've been putting off doing. As those thumbs into the sternum in prayer, take a beautiful inhalation in here. And as you exhale, seal that intention into the heart. Blink those eyes open, let the light back in. Inhale, sweep the palms to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Blink those eyes open, let the light back in. So we're going to use a little bit of breath work here, but we're going to really try and increase the duration of our pauses on the breath. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate. So we're going to inhale the palms here, and then pause that breath. And then we're going to carry on the inhalation all the way to the sky. And as you exhale, take those hands, palms facing down, and release the breath all the way to the sky. So we're going to inhale halfway, pause. So you're holding your breath, but not, it's just stop, you'll stop that for inhalation. Then continue the inhalation, and then exhale all the way down. Okay, so we'll give it a go. If you don't get it first time, no worries. But the key is on the pause, to just increase that pause each time in duration. And then maybe you can start to feel the body rhythms, i.e. your heartbeat, when there is nothing happening either side. So anyway, we'll give it a try. And we're ready. Inhale, palms, pause. Inhaling to the sky. Exhale, palms down, releasing, keeping exhaling all the way through. So you're really trying to lengthen and empty out those lungs. So you may be slower, you may be quicker, all depends on the capacity of your lungs. So just because I'm going at one speed, obviously I'm talking as well, so I'm not using the breath completely, but maybe you can kind of switch into your own breath. So we're going to move it. Inhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Slow and complete. Expend the air from those lungs, releasing the whole way down. And you shouldn't ever be holding the breath like you're gasping. Then the next inhalation comes. Pause. Inhale. do 2 more now, with me or in your own time, using the duration of your lungs capacity. So, inhale, pause, inhale, exhale, inhale, pause, inhale, exhale. Don't rush it, take it slow. And then return to the normal breath. Notice how you feel now. Calmer, slower, or maybe not. From here, rolling over those knees, coming through to all fours. I hope you enjoyed. The key with that is just trying to increase the duration of the breath, and not when you exhale you go straight out. It's just taking it all nice and slow. So we're going to take 4 cat-cows here just to stabilise and through the spine. So make sure toes are untucked as always. Spread those hands nice and wide, fingertips to the top of the mat. Tops of the feet in the mat, knees under hips. Inhale, drop the belly. Really send that chest and the chin forward. Really let that belly hang. Drop into those shoulders. Exhale, tuck and push, cat stretch. Gazing at the navel, really tilting the head under, feeling that stretch through the back of the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, cow. Exhale, tuck and push. Inhale, drop belly. Exhale, tuck and push. Once more, inhale, drop belly. Cow. Exhale, tuck and push. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, tuck the toes. Push back onto the heels a little bit, feeling that stretch in the feet. And then slowly walk those hands out, maybe an inch further and maybe a little wider. And then lift the knees up and back, down dog. Have a little pedal, have a little sway. Again, whatever it is you do when you come to your down dog, noticing the body, noticing the feet, noticing the calves, maybe the hamstrings, noticing the shoulders. And then when you're ready, start to settle in. Start to come to stillness. And take 2 beautiful full breaths here. Each time, feel that upward current of energy up the front body. And as you feel the downward on the exhale, lifting the seat bones to the sky, pushing strong into the hands, pushing the hips back. Inhale here as you exhale. Gently tiptoe to the front of the mat, keeping the legs nice and straight. Feel the stretch in the legs and the feet as you take a slow walk to the front of the mat. When you come to the front of the mat, zip those feet up, so nice and tight together. Ankles to touch, toes to touch, arches to touch. And then take a generous bend with the knees so the tummy rests on the top of the thighs, hands to the mat. And just sway here. Noticing how it feels, maybe in the glutes and the hamstrings. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Just noticing how it feels through the neck. And inhale here as you exhale, slowly rolling up through the spine. Really start to just take that slow roll. Keep the knees bent if you need. Restacking all the vertebrae one by one. shoulders up, back and down. And then inhale, sweep the palms to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. So Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring those feet, toes up towards the face, pushing through the four corners of the feet. I went on a long walk at the weekend in flip-flops, which wasn't really clever. So I'm noticing my arches are sore, my feet are sore. So just notice. and that's the time. You just need to think, oh, okay, that's what happened there and what I need to do. But just be aware. Push through the four corners of the feet. And then slowly little toes, fourth toe, third, second, big toe, claw in, lifting up through the arches, pulling up through the shins, the quads, lifting up through the front body, and then down the back body, soften the shoulders, shoulder blades, tuck tailbone under. We're going to inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or thighs, whatever's good for you. Roll those shoulder blades back and down, tailbone tuck, long belly button. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, twist to the left. Hips facing the front, reach forward and back. So really send that hip round. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Send the hip bones to the front. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale through center. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Long flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do that once more, slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. One breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Really push those hips forward. That's it, beautiful. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Feel that lovely stretch. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. If you need to bend the knees, bend the knees. If that feels better for you through those hamstrings, do that. And then just soften here in your forward fold. So if you've got a bend, that's good. If you've not got a bend, that's good. Neither was right. You just need to switch into what your body needs today. So maybe the other time last time you did yoga, your legs were straight, but today you may have run, you may have done something bending over, those hamstrings are tight. Just honour them today. And then take the right hand between the right, just in front of the toes, between the feet. And then inhale, pause a minute. Bend that right knee generously. And then as you inhale, sweep the left hand all the way up to the sky, rolling round. So your right knee is bent and you're straightening maybe the left, or there's still a bend in it, doesn't matter. So you're lifting up here. I'm going to face the front so it looks a bit easier. So we were here, hand to the front, bend the knee, and then lift up to the sky. Then roll that left shoulder blade back, lifting up, and then maybe lengthening that left leg so that you increase the twist here. Inhale here, exhale, take the left hand to the mat, replace it where the right was. Pause for a moment. Bend the left knee generously, and then inhale the right arm to the sky. Roll that right shoulder blade back, looking up at the fingertips if you can in the sky. Belly to spine, using that strength, maybe straightening that right leg. Inhale here, exhale, bend and fold. We're coming one more time each side, so take the right hand where the left was, bend the right knee generously, and inhale the left hand to the sky. Maybe straighten that left leg a little bit more. Don't force it. But also because those feet are together, you may be wobbling a little bit. Use that belly button into the spine to control your balance. Inhale here as you exhale. Slowly roll towards the mat. Left hand replaces where the right. Bend the left knee generously. And inhale the right arm to the sky. You feel a lovely stretch, rolling that right shoulder blade. Can you look at those fingers in the sky? Inhale here as you exhale. Take both hands to the mat. Bend the knees and grab hold of the elbows. Have a little sway here, side to side. Release the hands to the mat and walk both hands to the left side of your foot. So both hands are either flat on the mat or they're steepled, it doesn't matter. And then lift the seat bones high to the sky and then twist round, but keep those hips to the front if that makes sense. So you're just taking a little twist. You feel a really big stretch up through that left seat bone, up the top of the left hamstring. Inhale here as you exhale, walk the fingers all the way through the front and centre, all the way round to the right side. Maybe lengthening those legs a little bit more, lifting the seat bones to the sky. Either your hands are steepled or flat to the mat, anyway. Inhale here as you exhale, walk the hands back to the centre. Inhale here as you exhale, slowly roll all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart centre. Just give those legs a shake. You may feel it quite tight up in those hips. Lots of lengthening through the hamstring. So you should be nice and warm today, so hopefully you'll make those hamstrings a little softer, a little quicker than normal. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart centre. Inhale through centre. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart centre. Slide the left leg back and come round to a wide leg. So legs nice and wide. So heel toe the legs out as much as that's good for you, it feels comfortable. And then check that the toes are directly in line with the heel, so they're not pointing to the edges, they are parallel. Tuck the tailbone under. And inhale here as you exhale, lifting the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale through centre. So drop the shoulders, releasing here. And then pushing through the knife edge of the foot, lifting up through those arches. We're going to inhale, hands to the sky as we did before, pausing here. Inhale, continue. And then exhale, surround. So we're going to do this 4 more times. So what we did to start with the same thing but wide leg, but I want you to really concentrate on pushing those legs out, lifting through, so it's nice and active through the legs. So inhale, lifting. Pause. Inhale, continue. Exhale down towards the earth, all the way, slowly, controlled, release that breath. Beautiful. 3 more. Inhale, halfway. Inhale, continue to the sky. Exhale, surround. Tuck tailbone under, belly to spine, lift up through the pelvic floor. Twice more. Inhale, halfway. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, tuck belly button into spine, tailbone under. Inhale, continue. Exhale, surround. Strong power pose. Once more. Inhale, lifting halfway. Reach those hands out to the side, really reach, lengthening and strengthening the arms at the same time. Inhale, continue. Exhale, surround. Normal breath, inhale all the way to the sky. And as you exhale, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, palms together. Roll those shoulders back and down, tuck the tailbone under. This time, inhale here, As you exhale, halfway lift. Inhale here. As you exhale, forward fold, maybe lifting those arms up and away from the body. Inhale here. As you exhale, come to halfway lift. Inhale here. As you exhale, standing back up again. Twice more. Inhale here, exhale, halfway lift. Long flat back, belly to spine, lifting those seat bones. Inhale here. As you exhale, continue your journey all the way to the ground, lifting those hands up and behind, maybe. Inhale here. As you exhale, halfway lift, belly to spine. Inhale here, exhale, come to stand. Once more. Inhale here, exhale, halfway lift. Lift those seat bones to the sky, pushing that hips back, belly to spine. Inhale here, exhale, all the way through. This time, release the hands to the mat. Take them underneath the shoulders, keep the elbows in. Inhale here. As you exhale, halfway lift, pushing those hands into the mat, lengthening through the body. Walk that right hand into the center, and then inhale the left to the sky. Roll that left shoulder blade back and down, lifting the seat bones high. Inhale here. As you exhale, left hand to mat where the right is. Inhale straight away, right hand to sky. Pushing up and out from the foundation of the earth, rolling that right shoulder blade back, looking at those fingers in the sky, twisting a little bit more like you're trying to take that hand all the way behind you. Inhale here, exhale, drop the right hand to the mat. Inhale here, exhale, left hand to the sky. Once more, each side. Inhale here, exhale, drop the left fingers. Inhale here, exhale, reaching with the right. Inhale here, exhale, hand to mat. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale here, exhale, take a forward fold. Bring those elbows into the ribs, and then lift those seat bones high up to the sky. So maybe you're tipping forward, maybe the crown of the head is on the mat. If the crown is on the head is on the mat, just feel that nice control. Don't collapse here, and lifting up through the body, rolling those feet out, lifting up through those arches. Feel that lovely stretch down the back of those hamstrings. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Turn the right toes out. Keep the left toes in where they are. And then slowly soften into warrior two. So soften, maybe turn those left toes in a little bit, and come into your beautiful warrior two. Inhale, sweep to the sky, lengthen the front leg. Really lifting up here. Exhale, soften and lower, warrior two. 3 more times. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, softening. Can you come a little lower in your warriors? Inhale, lifting. Long, straight front leg and back leg. Exhale, soften. Last time. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, softening. Inhale here. As you exhale, straighten that front leg. Reach forward as far as you can go, and then tip forward. So you're straight into triangle. Reaching that left shoulder up and back. Gazing at the sky or those left fingers. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend the front knee straight back into warrior two. Turn the right toes in and turn the left toes out, coming straight into the other side. So take a moment to settle in your warrior two. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, lengthening the front leg, reaching high up to the sky. Exhale, softening. Warrior two, tucking tailbone under, reaching strong, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, warrior two. Once more, inhale, lifting. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale here. As you exhale, lengthen that front leg. Reach forward as far as you can go with that left hand. Then tip forward, triangle. Roll that right shoulder back. Remember, stack the hips, tuck the left under, roll the right up and back. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend the front knee. Back to warrior two. Inhale, sweep both hands to the sky. Turn the left toes in so both toes are facing how we were. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Inhale here. As you exhale, forward fold one more time. Inhale here, exhale, lift those arms up and over. So notice if there's any different, feeling a little bit longer in the legs. Inhale here, exhale, release the hands towards the feet. So maybe you want to take the your peace fingers, which is your index finger and your middle finger, and wrap them around the big toe. So you take them through between the big toe and the second toe, both fingers round. If not, no worries. If you are, then lift those elbows to the sky like you're a rugby kind of goalpost. So lift them up and then lift the seat bones high to the sky, soften here. Again, maybe the head is coming towards the floor, maybe it's not. But lifting up, so you're nice and active through the arms, lifting the seat bones so that you're softening that tummy again. So you're in a bit of more of a forward fold position. Inhale here. As you exhale, soften and lower just once more. Roll those outside edges of the feet out, lifting up through the arches, active through those elbows. And then release those peace fingers, hands to the mat. And then walk both hands to the right foot, turn the right toes to the top of the mat, frame that right foot. So you're in like a lunge, high lunge position. From here, you're going to inhale here. As you exhale, lengthen that front leg. You're in pyramid variation here. So both legs are straight. Inhale here. As you exhale, lift the back heel high and scissor the hips. Roll that right hip back and roll the left forward. And then lift the right seat bones high to the sky. So you feel a really lovely long stretch down the back of that leg. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend that front knee, low lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale here, exhale, lengthen that leg toward the face, runner's lunge. Lift the feet towards the face, the toes towards the face, and again scissor the hips. And just use your breath here to soften towards that thigh. Inhale here as you exhale, rolling through that front foot, tucking the back toes, lifting high. Inhale here as you exhale, drop the back foot 45 degrees and then slowly pushing up, warrior one. Soften in your warrior. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale here, exhale, warrior two. Inhale here, exhale, right hand front and up and back, reverse warrior. Inhale here, exhale, right forearm, right thigh, left arm up and over. Inhale here, exhale, left hand back, right hand to the sky, reverse warrior once more time. Inhale here, exhale, warrior two. Inhale here, exhale, cartwheel those hands to the ground, lift the back heel, step back to plank. Either on the knees or the toes. If you're having a little sore forward, if it feels nice in the feet, but also lifting the knees, the belly to the spine, pushing up high through those shoulders, don't dome through the back. Long line from the crown to the tail, so you're not looking through at those toes, just gazing just past those fingertips. Taking a few breaths here, noticing how that feels. And breathing. Inhale here, as you exhale, drop to the knees, roll those elbows into the ribs, shine the elbow creases to the front of the mat. And as you exhale, slowly lower to the mat, keeping those elbows into the ribs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to the mat. Tuck toes, lift knees, down dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, right leg to sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through between the hands. And then drop the back foot and walk those hands all the way around towards the left foot, so you're changing ends. So the back foot now is your right foot, and that's at 45 degrees. So from here, Inhale here, pushing through the left foot, coming up to warrior one. Roll that right hip forward. Inhale here, exhale, warrior two. Inhale here, flip front palm, exhale, reach, and all the way up to the sky, reverse warrior. Inhale here, exhale, left forearm, left thigh, right arm, up and over, extended side angle. Inhale here, exhale, left hand back, right hand to the sky, reverse. Inhale here, exhale, cartwheel both hands to the mat. And then lift the back heel. And then straighten the front leg, so pyramid. So the same thing on the other side. Lift the right heel off to off the floor, so you're on those tiptoes on the right foot. Scissor the hips. Nice stretch and lift that left seat bone high to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale here, as you exhale, bend the front knee, looking forward, low lunge. Inhale here, exhale, drop the back knee, untuck the toe, and lengthen that front leg, toes to the face, runner's lunge. Lifting that left seat bone to the sky, nice and strong. Use that breath here, soften and lifting, nice lengthening. Inhale here, as you exhale, roll through that front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step back to plank. So knees or toes, your choice. Elbow creases the front of the mat. Long line from crown to tail. I know it's hot. Just use that breath nice and controlled. Maybe again, soaring forward if you want on the toes. Take that weight into the wrist if that's good for you. Making sure those hands are spread. So by going through all of your checks, you're kind of kidding your brain that you're not actually here in a nice strong high plank. Using that breath, maybe you can feel a little bit of breeze on your face. And I hear you saying, Nadine, shut up talking, just move. So either drop to your knees or roll those elbows into the ribs. And we're going to slowly lower to the mat for a count of 4. Elbows in for 4. Long body for 3. Elbows 90-90. For 2 and for 1. Untuck toes, inhale cobra. Pause here, pushing the hips into the mat, pulling those and tucking those elbows down, dropping those shoulders away from the ears, looking forward. Inhale here, you exhale, slowly roll to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale, tuck toes, up and back, down dog. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, left leg to sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through between the hands. Inhale here, as you exhale, stepping in, forward fold. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 breaths. If you need a drink, please take a drink. It's ever so hot. And just slow everything down. So we've done quite a combination of asanas, poses there. So just let the body settle. You feel the feet tingling and the hands, quite a lot on the hands and the wrists. And just settle the body back down. Use your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Just your pause. And also, as you know, it's an active pose. So everything is lifted up through the front body on the inhalation and softens down the back body, tucking everything in, dropping the shoulders, rolling the shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. So we're going to do a little bit breath work again, just to slow everything down again. So I want you to inhale both hands to the sky. Interlace the fingers. So you take a steeple grip. So you're dropping the fingers, but keeping those index fingers pointed. Remember the James Bond. So if you're at the back of the mat, come around to the top of the mat so you can see me. You know, I walked to the forward as, as I was coming there. Well done for not moving from my instructions. So nice and strong, James Bond hands, nice steeple grip. Reaching those hands up to the sky, and then drop the shoulders away from the ears, so you really feel those shoulder blades sliding down the back, tailbone to spine. Inhale, reach higher, and as you exhale, point to the front, in front of you. You should feel a lovely stretch all the way through those shoulders. So really active, you're pointing, you're strong. So if you're not feeling it across here right now, really reach out further and feel like you're trying to reach the wall or something like that. So we're going to move this breath, but keeping that active the whole time. Inhale to the sky. You should feel some movement through the shoulders. And exhale, return. Opening up through the shoulder blades, maybe the shoulder girdle. It's quite strong. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. You feel all these muscles in your arms that you never realise about. Exhale, pointing forward, reaching forward at the same time. 2 more. Inhale to the sky. So again, you're using your own lung capacity to control and determine the extent of the movement. Exhaling all the way here. Pushing forward, lengthening forward for that lovely stretch in the shoulders. And then release, give them a shake. So you should feel all stretching through here, through the side, maybe underneath, maybe opening up through the spine. It's really good for you to do that. Again, something you can do while you're making a cup of tea or mixing a gin and tonic, I don't know. So releasing here. So we're coming to the floor. Oh, don't know about you, my fingers are all tingling, it's probably the heat. So, inhale, sweep to the sky, we're coming down now. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat. Step back with the right leg and the left leg, drop the knees, coming to all fours. Have a little sway, side to side, maybe lifting those seat bones to the sky. Lots of lengthening in those hamstrings. And then swim the legs to one side, take a breath. So we're going to come seated again, but this time cobbler. So we can get a little bit more opening through those hip flexors. So again, as we come to cobbler, take that time to settle in. So cobbler is the part, the feet are facing each other. Maybe it looks like some people say it looks like it's an opened book, your feet here. Maybe walk those feet towards your middle, or lift the hips up and walk the middle towards your feet, whatever's good for you. Have a little sway side to side, maybe feel really tight here. And then just holding those feet. Little sway. And then just release the hips. So inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale through center. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Hips staying square to the front. Reach around. So you're kind of having to kind of send your body that way and then back, and then the hips square off. At the same time, pulling the knees down towards the floor. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the right, hips to the front, rolling that right shoulder blade back so you feel stretched. So we're kind of rinsing through the tummy here, the digestive system. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take the hands to the feet, elbows into the ribs. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. So pushing those elbows maybe into the inner thighs. And just using your nice breath here to soften and open up through those hip flexors. Just use your breath again, soften here. Opening up through the hips. Maybe you notice that you are moving a little closer. But again, don't bend through that neck. We don't want to bring the chin into the chest. You want long, long throat, long line. so that that throat isn't constricted, the breath isn't restricted. Soften here. Oh, that rhymes. Take 2 more breaths here. Maybe really strongly push those elbows into the inner thighs. Let that opening out here. Feel that lovely stretch. And sometimes just holding it for a few beats more. And as I've said before, if there comes to a point where you think, no, I don't want to do this anymore, that's when the point when the change happens, when you really are making change. But again, conversely, if it hurts, don't do it. So from here, walk those hands up. Take the hands to the outside of the knees, bringing those knees together. And then slowly walk those hands back, lower yourself into the mat, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug, rock through the lower back. So we're just going to come through a little bit of a bridge, just to soften through the lower back. Because we're coming into a little bit of a shoulder stand prep. So we're going to just use a little bit of movement here. And then we'll see whether we get into shoulder stand. If we don't, that's okay, but just a little bit of working towards it. So drop the feet on the mat as close to your bottom as you can. Maybe wiggle the fingers, see if you can touch the heels. And then walk those shoulder blades underneath each other. Tuck the tailbone so that you're pushing your lower back into the ground. Knees are over the ankles and not touching. The inner thighs are not touching like we're squeezing into together. So they're a nice long line from the hip bones to the knees. And then feel that with all of the long lines. Take the hands into the mat, pushing those hands in. We know the score here, we've done it lots of times. So inhale to prepare. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, pushing it into the mat, and then slowly pushing with the feet, lifting the hips to the sky. Maybe lifting up through the chest, maybe walking those shoulder blades together a little bit more. And then lift the chin, the chest to the chin to the sky. Squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips a bit higher, pushing the knees to the end of the mat, pushing the shins. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly roll down through the spine. Really visualize each vertebrae hitting the mat one by one, re-stacking, re-lengthening all the way down, and don't release any contraction in the hips or the glutes or the abs until you're completely flat on the floor. We're going to do that once more. I just want you to really concentrate on making sure that you're pushing everything and squeezing everything and controlling everything nice and strong. So hands on the mat, pushing them in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pushing away with the feet, lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes. Maybe walking the shoulder blades underneath each other. Lifting up the chest towards the chin, and the chin to the sky, maybe reaching down with those fingers towards the heels so you're lengthening through the back. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, everything higher, higher, higher. Inhale here as you exhale, slowly rolling down through the spine. Slowly, 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 keep the contraction all the way. And then release. Bring the knees into the chest, just give yourself a hug. Just release through the lower back. And then from here, bring the knees into the chest. So give yourself a hug, but keeping it still. And then if that's good for you, if you want to have a quick peek, you can do so. Hands on the mat again. Inhale here as you exhale, lengthen the legs to the sky, and then lift them up and back. Maybe they're behind you. Maybe the lower back's on the back, or whatever, that's good for you. That may be enough for you, but maybe you want a little bit more. So pull the belly button to the spine, pushing the hands into the mat, lifting the hips up a little bit more. Check you've got some clearance. And then maybe the knees are on the eyes, and you feel that stretch. Maybe that's enough for you. And if so, just rolling back down through the spine, same as we did before. Bending those knees, taking the feet to the earth. If not, come with me, we're going to go a little further. So knees into the chest, hands pushing into the mat, lifting up, lifting the hips, pushing up, and then lengthening out those legs behind. So toes are flexed, so the toes are on the mat, lifting up here. Lifting the hips, maybe using the hands to push the back. So you want to try and stack the back so it's nice and long, lifting up here. Maybe release the hands towards the mat, so pushing back down to lift you up a little bit more. If this feels good for you, maybe bending the knees, bringing the knees to either side of the ears, softening here. Again, if you want to push, maybe use the hands in the lower back for support, if that's good for you. Just soften and breathe here. Shoulders down. And then lengthen those legs again. If you want a little bit more, take the hands into the lower back. Make sure those triceps are on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. And then bend those knees, toes pointing to the sky. So you're in a little kind of ball here. Inhale here as you exhale, maybe pointing one leg all the way up to the sky. Maybe that's enough for you. You want to bring that back down, roll back down again, same way you came, or join the other. Walking those hands into the back, lifting up here. Try and restack and then lift up through, point through the toes, squeezing everything in, lifting up high. Use your breath. Maybe releasing the hands to the earth. And then slowly, when you're done, bring the knees back into the face again. Little ball. And then slowly releasing, rolling the spine back down towards the earth. Vertebrae by vertebrae, restacking here. And bringing the feet to the floor. Start position. Great. We're just going to neutralise with a fish pose. So as we do, roll to the left, take the right hand to the floor underneath the right glute, palm down, roll back onto that hand, and then do the same on the other side. Take the left hand under both palms down, lengthen both legs along the mat. So you're just basically like your hands are underneath your bottom. Pointing those toes, reaching forward with the legs. Inhale here as you exhale, start to walk those elbows together. So you're lifting up through the front body. So that may be enough. Or maybe you want to lift, pushing up with the chest, and then roll back so that the head, the crown of the head is in the mat, or off the mat. So you're trying to push up through that front body. Forearms on the mat. Fish pose. It's just curving the spine in the opposite direction. And then slowly lower the crown to the mat. Walk those elbows out. Release the hands. And then bring both knees into the chest one last time. Walk down the mat. Keep moving on the mat. And then drop both feet to the mat. Open those arms wide. Palms to the heavens. Inhale here as you exhale. Drop both knees to the left hand side. Supine twist. As always, listen to your body. Maybe that's enough for you, or maybe you want to lift the top leg towards that left hand. Maybe taking the knee to the floor. That's quite a strong add-on really, and it just deepens the stretch a little bit more. So your right knee is tapping the floor to the left side, and maybe lifting that right foot to the sky. So it's a really strong stretch. And then switch the gaze to the right hand, right shoulder into the mat, right ear towards the mat. Or maybe you just like to release that leg. Everybody's different. And then breathe into the lower back. Get a really nice, beautiful supine twist. We've done lots of twists today. Lots of lengthening through the hamstrings. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring the feet back together, bring them all the way up, feet to floor, reset. Take a little rock side to side, just massage out the sacrum on the mat, tuck the tailbone, just check that that's nice and level. And then inhale here, as you exhale, drop both knees to the right side. Same thing on the right, you choose where you want to move with that stretch. Take the gaze to the left hand, left shoulder to the mat. Maybe one side feels different. Just concentrating that breath and deepening that stretch. And then inhale to prepare. Exhale, knees together, rolling back. Knees to sky, feet to the floor. Rock through the lower back. Just equalize through the sacrum. And then reaching out with those legs, lengthening the legs one by one along the mat, coming into our Shavasana. Let those ankles fall wide. Maybe bring those arms a little closer to the body, palms to the sky. Walk those shoulder blades under again. Maybe tuck the tailbone under, releasing the lower back in the mat. Maybe taking a few little glute tenses just to release into the mat. And then take a beautiful inhalation here. And as you exhale, close down the eyes and just release all the muscles. Release any tension that's still being held. And just surrender to the mat. Just use your own natural inhalation and exhalation just to release any more that you need. Notice how your body feels now. Maybe you can feel the skin cooling. Maybe you can feel some breeze, maybe not. Just feel the body release and soften and let go. Start deepening the breath within the body, filling the lungs again. And then start wiggling fingers and toes, twisting wrists and ankles, rocking head side to side, opening and closing the jaw, all those things that you do when you reawaken from your Shavasana. And then take a full body stretch, reaching up overhead. Point through the fingers and the toes. Really reach, lengthen all the way up through the spine. Point through those toes. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, knees into chest. Give yourself one last hug. Rock through the lower back. Release through the hips and the knees. And then come to rest on your right hand side. Pause here, fetal position. Take a few little breaths. Maybe if you set an intention at the beginning of the practice, maybe you'd like to repeat that now. And then slowly, when you're ready, pushing yourself up to seated with your palms open to receive and your eyes closed. Bloom. Flowers will always wilt and wither. All that has been will turn to dust. Fire will too soon be just embers, and all that's new will one day rust. But sweet decay is not disaster. It's just a way to make some room. For is there anything as beautiful as watching something brand new bloom? I'm going to take 3 breaths together here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhalation, sweep your palms to the heavens, join in prayer. And as you exhale, bring your palms to your third eye for clear vision, to your mouth for the truth, and to your heart centre for love and for life. Namaste.